History of ramen. When you say Japanese food, the first thing you think of is probably sushi. And the second thing these days is likely to be ramen. Typically, ramen is a combination of wheat, noodles, broth, and protein. The broth is made of animal bones and gets its thickness from how the bones are cooked. Ramen was born when the Chinese noodle dish came to Japan and fused with Japanese cuisine, combining men noodles, dashi, soup stock, tare, sauce, ingredients, and fat or oil. They refer to it as Chinese soba or Shina soba, which translates to China and noodle dish. How it made its way to Japan is still up for debate. One popular theory is in the late 17th century when a Chinese Confucian scholar treated Lord Tokugawa Mitsukuni to a bowl of noodles in a broth topped with vegetable and meat. Another theory is that ramen got introduced in Japan in the mid-19th century when Japan opened its ports to the world, and the ramyun noodle dish was cooked and enjoyed by the Chinese community in Yokohama Chinatown. A third theory attributes the emergence of ramen in Japan to the Chinese restaurant called Ramen, which opened in 1910 in Asakusa. The dish grew in popularity and started to spread around the country, most notably in Sapporo, Hitakata, and Fukuoka. After the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923, ramen started to be sold as street foods called yatai. The U.S., which occupied Japan after World War II from 1945 to 1952, fought a food shortage by rationing meals and importing wheat. The wheat helped support ramen street vendors and shops which grabbed the attention of food entrepreneur Momofuku Ando. He could see that it takes a long time to cook a noodle, and he wanted to make the process more efficient. He spent years experimenting with the recipe that would rehydrate and recook in a matter of minutes using his wife's tempura oil. Ando discovered that frying noodles in an oil allowed them to dehydrate and create tiny perforations that made them faster to cook in hot water. And the next big date in history of ramen is in 1958 when the Nissin Food Company created instant noodles. Ando came up with the original instant chicken ramen. It only took 3 minutes to cook. Japan loves their ramen so much that there are 3 museums dedicated to it. First one is the Shin-Yokohama Ramen Museum. Second, the Cup Noodles Museum, where you can choose your own toppings and make your own personal cup noodle. Third, the Momofuku Ando Instant Ramen Museum. Today, instant noodles remain popular worldwide and are offered in wide variety of flavors and sizes.